When I started teaching, I was hoping to be in charge of the badminton CCA because I've been playing badminton all my life. That's my one and only passion. But that year I entered the school closed down the badminton club, and the only CCA that had a vacancy was water polo. Suddenly, I was put in charge of water polo. I was devastated. I knew nothing about water polo. I've not even watched a single water polo match in my life. And 6 months later, I realized I was doing nothing but complaining. I thought that it was time to stop whining and start thinking about what I could do as a CCA teacher. That time, I was very inspired by one CCA team that did very well in the NSG. I was very inspired not because they were a strong team, but because they didn't have a single DSA students. Almost every student had to learn the sport from scratch, but they will always be able to do very well in the NSG. I was so curious about what was their secret to success, what really worked for them. Then people told me that it was because the CCA teachers and the coaches built a very strong CCA culture. And in that culture, the students were very motivated, very bonded, very supportive to one another. And that really struck me. I thought, isn't that what all CCA teachers should do? Isn't that what I should do? I realized all this while, I was not doing my job as a CCA teacher, which is to build a strong CCA culture. All I did was complain. That was when I decided that I needed to start building that culture. So every day, I sat by the swimming pool, observing the whole CCA training, sensing the vibe, looking at the students' behavior. Then I asked myself many questions. Are the students helping one another? Are the students bonded? Do they believe in their teammates? Do they even believe in themselves? Then I also started writing down everything I observed and also everything that I could say to the students. After that, I started spending a lot of time talking to the students. Before the CCA, after the CCA, and sometimes in the middle of the CCAs. I constantly tell the students the kind of culture I want them to have. Like for example, I want to see them helping one another. I want to see them embracing every mistakes. And most importantly, I want to see them believing in themselves. After 3 years of building that culture, we finally won our first match. I thought to myself, finally, we are no longer last place. But to my surprise, that year, we even went into the final. After that, we attained the top 4 position for the next 10 consecutive years. And we even won the championship twice. And if anyone were to ask me what was my secret in leading the CCA, I would immediately say that it was the commitment in building that strong CCA culture. Constantly observing the CCA, constantly telling the students what to do. And there is another very important element in building that strong CCA culture, which is the very strong and trusting relationship I had with the coaches. But I will talk about that in another video.